Hey guys, this is Craig here and welcome to the Life Success Factors channel. Today I'm just doing a quick weekly vlog update. It's been a while since I've done a video for you guys, but this video will be accompanying a blog post that I'll put up on my website over at www.lifesuccessfactors.com. I want to do a weekly video just like this one, obviously every week, and I wanted to encapsulate all of the learnings from past week, from all the way from my career to my relationships to my friendships, investing, money, just to sort of nicely wrap up the week in a way that I can convey some of the learnings that I've had, and hopefully will be helpful for you as the viewer, or if you're reading my blog, that you can then take away and hopefully achieve a similar level of success in your life, and so you feel fulfilled and happy. So what's been happening over the last week? Well, there's been a few things. I came up to the end of a very busy period on the project that I'm working on within my day job, and I felt that I needed some time off. I needed some time to myself where I could just regroup, restock, and focus on my health and well-being. Obviously, guys, when you're working 60 hours a week, or some of you may work 80 hours a week, you don't have that time to disconnect and recuperate your energy, your balance. You need to bring that back into your life so that you can actually perform at your optimal level. Now, for me, it was taking a couple of days off work. So I had an early weekend and I had the Monday off, which was really helpful for me to regroup, and, as I said, take stock of where I was at in my career journey, but also to focus on those health related aspects such as working out, and also that mental aspect where you just giving yourself some space to breathe, which is really important. And that's something I wanted to talk about today. It's all well and good to sort of always be on the go, but you want to give yourself some time, some space where you can actually reflect on what's going on in your life. Okay, I certainly believe, and this is my personal opinion, that we all need balance in our life. And I remember when I was very early in my career and I was just really focused on working with no sort of end goal in sight. So I'd work really hard and I'd work long hours, but I thought that was the right thing to do. And in many ways it served me well, don't get me wrong. Working hard, doing just smashing it out of the park at your day job is important. And that's obviously one of the ways that you can climb the ladder or earn a pay rise, but also recognize that your career is a marathon, not a sprint. And so I'm almost 10 years into my professional career, and the one thing that I've realized is that there's nothing that is so important that you have to burn yourself out to a point where you're not able to keep delivering value for your employer, to your clients, even to yourself. You can't. No person is an island that can move mountains. I just made that up on the spot, but I hope you get my drift. No one person can affect such a large chain that, and if that results in you burning out, that's not a great outcome. It's not great for, the people that you serve. It's not great for serving yourself in terms of living a balanced life, but also making sure that you are able to protect your own health and wellness. So I certainly believe in the concept of hard work, and I've worked hard all my life. But now it's just being very deliberate about how I spend my time and working smarter, not harder per se. Quality of output is more important than quantity of output. right? And that's how I truly believe that I can move to that next level where I'm delivering work that is of increasing quality, and really focusing my efforts so that what I do deliver is absolutely exceptional. And I think that'll be a lifelong journey. So that's one of the learnings for me over the past week, and taking some time to recollect and take stock of what is important and what I want for my career. The other thing was I touched base with my own desires for this channel, and what I realized was that I'm not paying enough attention to it, right? I'm not paying attention enough to serving you, my community. So I know that a number of you have reached out to me and asked me, Craig, where are you? You know, we hope you're well. We haven't heard from you in a while. We hope you're staying safe. And guys, this is just me reaching back out to you and saying, thanks for reaching out, because I think that one of the things that I haven't been doing enough of is actually focusing on my business, which is Life Success Factors. And so I want to be a lot more deliberate about setting time aside to doing a lot more of these videos, to doing a lot more of these blog posts, because I think it's one of the ways that I can give back to me. I've been so fortunate in my career and just life in general that I think I have the duty to give back in some small way. I'm not going to change the world, but hopefully if I am able to give you some sort of tips, what worked for me, your situation may be different, but if I can sort of give you some insight in terms of how I approach things, in terms of my career, in terms of business, in terms of money, in terms of investing, hopefully that will be helpful for you guys, and I want to be a lot more consistent on that front. So I did enjoy a 4-day weekend, which was great, but then obviously it was back into work, and it was a very long week, I must say. Even though it was a very short week at 4 days, it was a very challenging week in many respects. What it did crystallize for me is that I really seek balance in my life. I seek variety in what I do, in the outcomes that I hope to give to my career and my clients and those I serve. So it was good to now get to today, Sunday, guys, and to be able to relax down tools. I went for a very long ride yesterday. It was almost 2.5 hours, traveling, I'm not even sure how, but within my local area, obviously. And that was a really clarifying experience for me. What I normally do is I listen to several podcasts when I'm out for my ride or for my exercise, and I find that that's a great way to learn. We all learn in different ways. I'm very visual. I like things being explained to me, but I also am finding that I learn things in different ways. And this is one tip that I could give you guys, is that if you are short on time where you can actually sit down and learn from a book or from a lecture or video or whatever it is, get into podcasts. Podcasts are a great way for you to absorb information. It's a long form, what they call a long form medium, which allows you to really get into detail into a topic. Whereas if you're watching a video, then you've got to really focus in on the speaker and what they're saying, which is difficult sometimes. It's very hard to find an hour or even half an hour where you can sit down and focus intently on something. Whereas if you're going about your daily activity and you've got your headphones in, and obviously make sure that what you're doing is safe and appropriate. But if you're able to listen to a podcast, listen to something educational, or listen to even something that hits on a number of points, like a funny podcast or something that's entertaining, and being able to receive that information not in a visual way, but in an audio format, I think greatly helps with maximizing the use of our time every day. Okay, so that was something that I did again yesterday when I went for a ride, and I was actually recommended a podcast, the Tim Ferriss podcast. And if you don't know who Tim Ferriss is, he wrote, or he was the author of the 4-Hour Workweek. And the 4-Hour Workweek is essentially, I think it's a true story about how Tim, went from working really crazy hours week after week, whether it was running his own business or working for someone else, to a point where he was able to still generate an income, but he minimized the amount of time he spent in his business. And it was all about his goal to seek balance in his life, which is something that resonates a lot with a lot of people, myself included. And that doesn't mean that he doesn't work hard or work smart. He's able to, I suppose, optimize his input to generating income, to delivering outcomes for the people that rely on him. And anyway, so this podcast that he sort of hosts is all about how his conversations with people. A lot of them are very famous, and the one I listened to yesterday was with Hugh Jackman, and it's all focused on achieving excellence, but doing it in a balanced way, looking after yourself, looking after your health, your wealth, your ability to build wealth, which is obviously the focus of this channel. But this episode with Hugh Jackman was really refreshing. One of the comments that Tim made about Hugh was that he was everything, a fan who would hope Hugh to be, being humble and just having that integrity and just being so genuine and warm. And the conversation was really wide ranging, from speaking about Hugh's background, through his early years, and his foray, I suppose, into acting, theatre, as well as the movies. Obviously, he played Wolverine, and then X-Men. His sort of journey and growth professionally, but also as a person, and his philosophy around life. And they touched on topics such as the importance of meditation, and taking that time out in your day to be really deliberate about focusing on the things that matter to you, in amongst the chaos of life sometimes. So it was a really good podcast. I highly recommend you guys check it out. I'll also leave a link down in the description in the video below if you're watching this on YouTube, and also I'll make sure to put a link in the blog post that goes along with this video, and I'll encourage you to once again, if you haven't already, guys, check out my blog over at lifesuccessfactors.com. I share a lot of tips and tricks over there about how I've achieved success, how you could get started on your journey of achieving a better life for yourself, whether it be from a wellness point of view or building up your wealth, or your journey towards financial freedom, whatever that looks like for you. It's just a collection of my thoughts, and it's my way of giving something back. So that was a really good podcast episode. I really enjoyed it, and I did listen to another couple of his podcasts. The details that just escaped me for the time being, but I'll put some details in the description below, and obviously on my blog. So I encourage you guys to go check that out. And finally, guys, I'll just close off this video. It is now getting to the 16 or 17 minute mark. I'll leave you with this one thought. make sure that whatever you do, do it well. You know, anything that's worth having, or anything that's worth doing is worth doing well. So I encourage you to focus on the quality of your output, not necessarily on the quantity, because you know, if you deliver something that's substandard, not only are you doing a disservice to the person that you're passing it on to, but you're doing it a disservice to your own ability and your own potential, which you know, I truly believe that, you know, whatever you do, whatever you put your mind towards, make sure that you're giving it your all, and if that means that you need to reduce the amount that you deliver, to make sure that you hit that right level where you're delivering something that you know you can stand by, then do so. Okay. You know, no one hopefully no one will begrudge you for doing that, and be consistent. That's the one thing that I've sort of taken away from this week, is to really just be consistent and achieve that balance in my life. So guys, I encourage you to go out there, you know, strive for success in every area of your life. This is what Life Success Factors is all about. I appreciate if you leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this weekly update. It's a new format. I'm not sure if I'll keep doing it. I do want to keep doing it, but I'd also be keen to hear from you guys. And you know, if this is something that you'd like me to do a lot more of, I'd be happy to do it. I'll continue doing my videos, obviously, where I go into detail in terms of you know, how you can optimize the way you work, you act as a professional, whether that be, you know, organizing your day by creating SMART goals. And if you're interested in reading about SMART goals, I've got an article on my website over at lifesuccessfactors.com, or whether it's about that introspection about, you know, what is your life's purpose, or, you know, following your passion. These are all very important things, guys, and you know, it bears thinking about. So I encourage you guys to think about that. I've got some, you know, videos on my YouTube channel if you want to go check that out, and also some articles which may help you. You know, try them on for size. I think you'll be surprised about what you'll find. And also, I've got a resources page on my website where it's basically a collection of all of the products and services that I've found helpful. And in, you know, full disclosure, there are some affiliate links over there. So just know that if you do choose to purchase some of those products, that I get paid commission, but you know, those are some of the things that I've tried and I've found work for me, and you know, you can consider whether that's appropriate for you, but they're there, so you know, it's there so you can make an informed choice. You know, obviously there are a number of ways that you could help level up your life. This is only one option. As I said, always focus on educating yourself. That's probably one of the most important things in life, is to be knowledgeable, to be aware, and to be educated about, you know, whatever you get into, whether it is related to, you know, where you go to school, or you know, what sort of job you want, or about any sort of investment that you make. Always be educated, be guided by you know, your group of trusted advisors, and I encourage you to seek out those, you know, trusted, licensed professionals in your life that can help you make the best decision for yourself. I'm just here to share what's worked for me, and if that's something that can help you, then great. But if not, then you know, hopefully you're a little bit more aware of everything out there that can help you achieve success in your life. So, guys, I'll end this weekly update, first weekly update here. If there's anything else that you want me to speak about in the future, let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate it. As always, I hope you achieve success in every area of your life. And until next time, guys, stay safe. I know these times are very difficult and trying, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it by being better humans, by achieving you know, balance, by, you know, loving, respecting those around us, and also by growing as individuals. Okay, so until next time, I'll speak to you then. Cheers.